Yo, what's up guys, it's Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, I'm going to showcase you guys the best 3 double evolution tournament decks. I have 3 decks ready and I made sure to kind of include both high skill and no skill decks, so make sure to watch all the video. And in the end of the video, comment down below what is your favorite deck to try in the tournament. That being said, let's get started. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game number 1. So I haven't played a single match in the global tournament and I do want to kind of give you guys some tips, because sometimes I even read comments of people commenting like, yo Serge, I was waiting for your video, but in the meantime I already lost all my lives. And I'm like, what? How did you lose all your lives on the first day of the tournament? If you guys are trying to improve, if you guys are trying to get a good finish, maybe even get your first global tournament emote, which honestly is a really nice emote, I would recommend not playing everything in day number 1. Why? Because it's a 4-day tournament, guys. Like, remember that it's a really long tournament. Like, you don't have to play all your lives in day number 1. You can try to maybe put a goal for yourself. Let's say, okay, try to get to 5-0. Maybe it's not that many wins, but just an example in day number 1. Then you can say for day number 2, okay, maybe I can get to 10-0 or 12-0, or even in day number 1 you can also try and push a little bit. But basically what I'm trying to say is, do not waste or do not use all your lives, all your games in day number 1, because I feel like many people kind of forget that it's a tournament which lasts multiple days. And of course, being able to play multiple days, also try to make sure that you can actually play without losing all your life. So anyways, let's focus on the game right here. I'm playing with a really common Clash Royale deck. I think everyone should know this deck by now, but for those who don't, it's an Arch Queen Quick Cycle deck. With the Royal Hawks, we're using it with the Evil Ice Spirit and the Evil Cannon. You could also, if you would like to use Evil Skeletons and then swap out, for example, Ice Spirit or the Cannon, but in my opinion, the best version in the current meta at least is definitely the one I'm showcasing you guys today. And I also made sure that in the future matches, I also showcase different type of decks. This deck, I'm gonna be honest, it's not like super high skill, but I must say it's not like the easiest deck to use. So if you guys are maybe not that skilled, if you guys are looking for more of a no-skill deck, make sure to stick around, and then later in the video I will also showcase you guys maybe a deck which will kind of fit more your playstyle. I always try to do different type of decks. Of course, if you guys have any questions or just deck recommendations based on your deck, based on your playstyle, also make sure to comment down below. I would love to answer your question. So anyways, let's focus here, because this guy is using a very interesting deck. I do want to kind of be careful, but honestly, with the Evil Cannon, with the delivery, with the Arch Queen ability, we're gonna clean up everything super easily. He ends up using his fireball, so that means we can just go with, okay, I was thinking about going Lock Prediction. I had it hovered, but I wasn't sure. Was he gonna go with it? And looks like he does end up going with his Evil Skeletons. I don't think we need to drop anything else. I could go with a Cannon, and we also have the Evil Ice Spirit. So honestly, what I love about this Arch Queen deck, okay, let's, was it necessary? No, it was definitely not necessary to go Goblins. But what I wanted to say, what I love about this Arch Queen deck is that the outplay potential, honestly, is huge. Like, I feel like with this deck, you could even beat, for example, Lava Hound matchups. You can beat many different decks, and you just have an insane defense while also having a really solid offense. With the Royal Hawks, with the Quick Cycle, Arch Queen itself is also kind of scary, and most of the times is able to get quite a lot of damage. I don't know, I just kind of love that about this deck. So let's go with delivery, let's go with Goblins, let's go with Royal Hawks here towards the left side. Remember, he's able to get a connection. Wow, okay, I was not expecting that to happen. Let's keep all the pressure by going Arch Queen right side, because I feel like he's kind of low in elixir right now. He's taking a lot of damage both left and right side. Let's go with an ability on the right side, and in the meantime the left side Royal Hawks are gonna leave it in spell cycle range. So really nice and easy W. See you guys soon with match number 2. Oh, and by the way, just for those who want to see the deck, take a screenshot or something, feel free to do it right now. Let's get started with match number 2. So usually when I do this type of videos playing with multiple decks, like for example in today's video playing with 3 decks, I always tend to use the same deck for at least 2 matches, trying to kind of showcase different matchups and different situations, I guess we can say, with each deck. So I am gonna go with Arch Queen, I am gonna go with Goblins. Looks like we might be facing the same, okay, never mind, it's not going to be the same deck because we do not have the Barbell Royal Hawks. I'm thinking about potential Royal recruits, could be something else as well, but I would definitely like to keep it under pressure. What I love doing sometimes with this deck is going Arch Queen ability, and then afterwards, for example, go with your Royal Hawks, knowing that the Arch Queen, of course, goes invisible. Royal Hawks cross the bridge, cross, whatever, the river. And then afterwards, they start tanking for the Arch Queen. And in some situations, especially if they are kind of low on elixir, that can actually allow the Arch Queen to get a lot of damage. Okay, let's go with Ice Spirit, let's go with Lock. I guess I'm gonna Earthquake. Not sure about Earthquaking the Brawler, but I guess it's fine. We need to be careful because he's definitely Okay, looks like he goes with his Royal Hawks. Let's go with Cannon, let's go with Goblins and Delivery, just to make sure we are not gonna take too much damage, especially because the Royal Hawks were pushing the cage, so that was kind of not scary, but I don't know, it just felt like we need to definitely do the defense we just did. So honestly, with this deck, also something I want to recommend for those who maybe are not that experienced with Psycho decks, try to not go too aggressive. Like, I feel like many times, especially watching pro players play, like sometimes I watch, for example, Mohamed Light play these type of, Royal Hawks quick Psycho decks, minor Archer Queen Psycho decks. I feel like most of the times the patience they have is insane. Like, do not how do you say, like, overgo on offense, if that even correct, like said in English. But I think you guys understand the point, what I'm trying to say. Basically, just what I'm trying to say is, do not overspend on offense, rather be always kind of safe during the match, and then if anything, you can always try to, like, cycle, for example, Earthquakes. You can always just get your, get damage by cycling, for example, as I said, Earthquakes, going offensively at some point, but don't over force it, I guess, I'm trying to say. Okay, anyways, let's focus on the match again. Let's go with Ice Spirit. Let's see what he's gonna do. Looks like he does go with Royal Hawks. I guess I'm gonna go with Delivery. I think I'm also gonna go Lock, just to make sure we don't take any unnecessary damage, and let's keep it the pressure by going Royal Hawks ourselves, and we can have the Earthquake ready, knowing that he has the cage. Okay, nice. Oh, we also catch the Zeppies, which is amazing, because now I believe that the Lock, I think Lock plus Earthquake does kill Zeppies, so that's, perfect. Really nice Lock right there. Archer Queen ability to clean up everything, and the Archer Queen is gonna force out the Flying Machine, which is also gonna end up dying. So man, amazing situation right now. Let's go with Royal Hawks plus Goblin split. I decided to go with 3 Royal Hawks towards the left side, because I was thinking that he was gonna overspend on the right side lane, but he does end up defending it pretty nicely here with the Goblin cage. With the Zeppies, let's have the Evil Cannon ready. If he doesn't, okay, looks like he doesn't go with, did he even use his recruits at all in this match? I don't think so, right? I'm pretty sure we're facing recruits and he didn't use his recruits at all, now that I think about it. Anyways, let's go with the Earthquake here once again offensively. Royal Hawks are gonna make it to the tower. Let's go with a Lock here offensively as well. And look at the Archer Queen, guys. I feel like many people as well, when you, for example, have a push in one lane, they kind of forget about the Archer Queen, and low-key the Archer Queen, I mean, of course, it cannot be ignored, because if not, it's gonna exactly happen what we just did to his left side tower. Archer Queen is gonna take it down. Very nice win. Honestly, really fun and solid deck. See you guys soon with deck number 2. Okay guys, deck number 2 is more for those players who are maybe not as skilled, maybe do not really like playing Psycho decks. Honestly, this Goblin Giant deck is really easy to use and also is really strong. Let's get started with this deck. So I would say the most important thing with this type of deck is always, first of all, cycle your evolution. So if you have Zap, I definitely recommend just zapping the tower. If he cycles something like, I don't know, could be bats, could be anything, just, zap it. And we are using the Dagger Dash, by the way. In my opinion, Dagger Dash in this deck is definitely helpful. If you guys do not like the Dagger Dash, if you guys want to use, I don't know, Princess Tower, maybe even the Chef, but the Chef, in my opinion, did get nerfed quite badly. You could also use it, but Dagger Dash is in this deck, in my opinion, a very solid option. So let's see what we're going to be facing here. Let's go with Guards to distract the mini P.E.K.K.A. I would love to go, I'm honestly just going to go Goblin Giant opposite lane, because if he doesn't defend the Prince, I'm pretty sure it's going to take care of the Wizard, and if he does defend the Prince, I'm pretty sure he's just going to not have any elixir left to be able to defend the Goblin Giant. So let's go with arrows here to make sure that the Dagger Dash is gonna have enough daggers to both deal with the Barbarians and the Wizard without taking too much damage. But look at the amount of damage we're dealing on the right side tower. Always try to kind of look at the interaction and try to kind of look at the situation of the match. If you guys know that the opponent just spent quite a lot of elixir, and you guys might think, okay, how do I know that? Honestly, just look at the troops he's using. Like, if he already spent Knight, mini P.E.K.K.A, okay, we do have to be careful here. I think I'm gonna actually rage up the Phoenix, and I'm gonna have to go with Guards here as well against the Musketeer. I think we should be able to, we should be able to defend the balloon. We are not gonna take any damage besides the death damage, so it's good. But okay, back to the thing I was talking about. So basically, when you guys see, for example, let's say Knight, mini P.E.K.K.A, Musketeer, like that is already a lot of elixir spent by the opponent. And then of course he went with the Wizard as well. There was even more elixir, and I was like, okay, we still have the Prince quite healthy. If he wants to defend and protect the Wizard, he's gonna have to drop something else. He went with a Batteram, and then he was just like 0 elixir. And honestly, here once again, we can continue pressure, we can continue being as annoying as possible. Let's go with a Goblin Giant here. Evolution towards the left side tower. I know that he was not that high on elixir. We can in the meantime go with the Evil Zap here as well. Trying to, okay, I wanted to say trying to retarget the mini P.E.K.K.A onto one of the Goblins. Looks like unfortunately we are not able to, but still really good situation. And let's in the meantime focus on defense, and then afterwards try and cycle back to another Goblin Giant to then hopefully take the right side tower. Okay, let's in the meantime kill the pressure. Let's go with the Prince here. left side lane as well. And that is what I love about this deck, is that you can apply a lot of pressure on both lanes. Sometimes you can go with a Prince like we are doing right now on one of the lanes. You can go with a Goblin Giant. You do not always need to go with a huge push. Like, honestly, I think a lot of people, when seeing this deck, they would think, okay, I always need to go with a Goblin Giant. Behind that, I need my Dark Prince, I need my Prince. No, honestly, you can just make a lot of different ways, or there's a lot of different ways to pressure with this deck. At this point, I'm just gonna let him take the left side tower. I'm actually interested in 3-crowning him in the global tournament. If you guys do not know, there is a tiebreaker. If you are trying to get a high finish, honestly, the crowns are very good for you. So if you can get the 3-crown, just take it. So very nice and easy W. See you guys soon with game number 2 with this Goblin Giant deck. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into game number 4. We're already 3-0 in game number 2 with the Goblin Giant deck. So I think that was a very good, how do you say, like, show, I don't know if showcase is the word, but I think we showed pretty nice how this deck can both apply pressure in both lanes with, for example, sometimes a Prince, sometimes, for example, a Goblin Giant. You do not always need to make it like a huge push with, for example, the Goblin Giant. So seeing P.E.K.K.A, I'm honestly just gonna go Goblin Giant opposite lane. I do not want to overspend on offense here, so I rather go Prince plus guards on defense, and then afterwards use those troops potentially for a counter attack as well, rather than, for example, going Prince offensively and trying to fully tower trade him. So I think that's the best kind of play we can make in this specific situation. Okay, let's go with a Prince here towards the left side. Let's see what is he gonna do to deal with both the lanes. Looks like he's gonna go with a Ghost and Veteran right side. I think he's kind of low on elixir right now on the left side though. Okay, looks like he's gonna zap, so the Dark Prince is not gonna get a connection. Our cycle is kind of awkward, so I'm just gonna have to take the Ghost damage. I'm gonna zap on defense, mainly to kind of help out the defense, but also to cycle towards the zap evolution. So, okay, really good matchup here to showcase how to play against P.E.K.K.A. It's definitely not an easy matchup, but also do not think like, okay, facing P.E.K.K.A is a good thing. But I think if we play it well, we can definitely kind of work around his cycle and kind of, yeah, play around his deck. So most of the times it's kind of awkward for him to say, okay, should I go P.E.K.K.A, should I not? For example, here, he goes with a Bandit. That's a really good play, to be honest, because Bandit does cancel out the Prince. He does still go with his Electro Wizard, and he also goes with a Batarang. Okay, let's go with guards here. Let's go with a Dark Prince defensively as well. And I'm not sure if he has much elixir right now. The bad thing is that the Dagger Dash doesn't have her dagger, so I'm actually going to be forced to go with a Goblin Giant here defensively. The good thing is that we can rage it up, and even if he goes with a P.E.K.K.A, which he's probably not going to have that much elixir, if he did have barely 7 elixir, it was going to be very hard for him to how do you say, like, get a lot of damage right away on the Goblin Giant. So as you guys can see, we are able to get a lot of damage done to his right side tower. In the meantime, we can prepare defense right here. Okay, we need to be careful though, because he does go with his P.E.K.K.A at the bridge. Let's go with a Phoenix. Let's go, I guess, with an Evo Zap here on defense. And let's also go with a Dark Prince. Okay, I'm even gonna rage up the Dark Prince here just to make sure that it stays alive. Making sure that we can take care of the Batarang. Let's go with guards here off to the side. He does end up going with his Wizard. He does have the Magic Arch there. We still need to be careful, but I think we should be able to stay alive here with a Phoenix. It looks like we are able to defend that. Okay, nice. Good defense. Man, this is kind of scary, but I think we should be fine still. Okay, let's go with a Zap here. We definitely need to Zap. Let's go with a Dark Prince here off to the side as well. Making sure that we can take care of the Bandit, that we take care of all his pressure cards. And let's go with guards here up high. First to take care of the Magic Archer, and then afterwards they should be able to also distract the Ghost long enough. So man, what an annoying deck this is to face. Honestly, he has a lot of really good pressure cards. He is doing a pretty good job at applying pressure. But so far, our defense is also really solid. So that's also what I love about this deck, is that you have a really solid defense. Okay, let's go with arrows plus. Okay, let's go with guards here as well. And honestly, let's just rage up the guards, the Prince, the Phoenix, to be able to break through his P.E.K.K.A, break through his Ghost. Let's even go with a Dark Prince here. I feel like he doesn't have that much elixir to take care of everything right now. Let's go with arrows and let's go with the Evil Zap. And I think that should be able to take care of both the Electro Wizard and the Bandit. And then the Dark Prince plus Phoenix are gonna, I think, okay, I wanted to say take down the right side tower, but it looks like he goes with a last second Fireball. Let's go with a Goblin Giant. Let's go with a Rage Spell here as well. Raging up the Goblin Giant, I think there's no way for him to stop it, knowing that he's kind of low on elixir right now. And even if he does defend, I think we should be able to get it get close to Spell Cycle range. So honestly, amazing win right there. Very good demonstration on how to play against P.E.K.K.A. Try to use to your advantage your defensive troops. Make sure to not give too much how do you say, like, value against the Magic Archer, and then you should be able to slowly but surely break through their defense. So see you guys soon with the last deck of today's video. Okay guys, the last deck I'm gonna show and play with in today's video is gonna be Graveyard. Honestly, Graveyard, especially now with the double evolution cannon plus Knight, is really strong, really fun as well. Let's get started. See you guys soon with the next match. Okay, let's go guys. Hopping into game number 5 so far, 4-0, so definitely an amazing start to the global tournament. And remember what I said guys, do not overplay in the first day if you guys are trying to get a nice finish, if you guys are trying to... By the way, what an unlucky start. He goes Hawk Rider first play. I have Cannon and I have Tornado in my deck, and I do not get any of them in my starting hand. Like honestly, talk about having a bad cycle. Okay, anyways, no problem though. Let's focus up. Let's go with a barbell here, cycling towards the right side. If he does end up going with Hawk Rider later on, we will have the Cannon or the Tornado this time ready for him to, or for us to defend it. Okay, poison here in the meantime on top of the witch, and he also goes with a P.E.K.K.A. at the bridge. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect you or anything, my friend. I didn't know you were gonna be this aggressive. But anyways, let's defend here. I think with the Knight plus the baby dragon and the tower helping out, we should be able to DPS it down quite easily, to be honest. In the meantime, I was thinking about going with a Graveyard because of how aggressive he went, but I think we can just leave it like this for now. Let's go with an Ice Wizard here as well. I'm gonna definitely activate the King Tower this time, and let's also go with a Barbell, make sure that the Magic Archer doesn't get any unnecessary or too much damage on the right side tower. So do not really try to... honestly, I'm not the best person to talk about this subject, because normally I'm always a person, especially when playing with Graveyard, being really aggressive with the Graveyard. But as a tip, and maybe I'm not even gonna follow my own tip, but try and not be too aggressive with the Graveyard, because I feel like many times, I think here is a good moment though to go in for the Graveyard. I'm definitely gonna go with the Graveyard right now, tanking with the Evil Knight, and I'm looking to get a Tornado going as well. Waiting 1 second just in case. Man, I knew it. I was about to say, just in case he has something like Skeleton Army, Bats, something like that. Tornado, honestly, in those situations is amazing, because you're both gonna pull the Witch or whatever they use to defend the Graveyard and your troops towards your troops, but you also with the Tornado damage can kill troops like, for example, Goblins, Bats, Skeleton Army. That is the beautiful thing about the Tornado offensively in some situations. Okay, so also back to what I was saying, try to not go too aggressive with the Graveyard, because I feel like many people, including myself, are very tempted to attack really fast, really quickly in the match. Honestly, I've played sometimes against the best Graveyard players, and they would only play 1 or 2 Graveyards in the entire match, which honestly is an extreme case. But I think it's important to not go over aggressive with Graveyard. Try and kind of wait and see, okay, can I get a good... okay, the Hawk Rider anyways is gonna go towards the Cannon. Let's go with Ice Wizard here as well. Let's go with a Knight, and I think the P.E.K.K.A. is still quite healthy, so let's go with a Baby Dragon just in case. And he does go once again with a P.E.K.K.A. at the bridge. Man, what is this guy doing? Okay, I'm gonna go Barbell a little bit higher just in case he went with, for example, Witch or something. Looks like he does go with a Witch. Let's go with a Tornado here. Let's go with an Ice Wizard, and let's, I guess, just go with a Knight directly to kill the Witch. And I think here on the counter push, we should be able to take the tower. So definitely a really mid-ladder type of deck from our opponent right here. P.E.K.K.A., Witch, Hawk Rider, Skeleton Army. But remember guys, it's a global tournament. You can face honestly anything. Okay guys, we already made it to the last match of today's video. 5-0 so far. Let's see if we can get the 6-0. That would honestly be amazing. And also, I don't know if I even mentioned it, but in the global tournament there is no Dart Goblin evolution, and there's also no Lumberjack evolution. So that's also the main reasons why I'm showcasing the decks, of course, without the Lumberjack evolution. And also, very importantly, okay, I'm not sure if I should have Tornado this. Maybe I should have, to be honest. He did go kind of aggressive, so we can maybe punish him here with a Graveyard plus a Baby Dragon push. I'm not sure. Oh, he has Goblin Stein, man. Okay, I was not really sure what we were facing here. Looks like he is gonna have a really nice ability cleaning up both the skeletons from the Graveyard and, of course, damaging the Baby Dragon quite a bit. And I think, okay, I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, I need to focus because this guy is not looking bad, and he actually had a really good start right there. Okay, let's go with a Knight like this, and then Magic Archer. Oh, I think I've seen this deck. I'm pretty sure this deck was used by Muhammad Light, if I'm not wrong. Okay, hopefully he doesn't activate the King Tower though. I think he can activate. I think no. Oh my god, please no. Okay, we're in a really bad spot, guys. We are in a really bad spot. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm talking way too much. I need to actually focus. I'm gonna go with a Cannon, predicting a potential Magic Archer, because I think it was a very good Magic Archer for him potentially right there. Let's in the meantime go with a Baby Dragon like this, and we need to see, guys. We need to somehow Okay, he does go with his Goblin Stein. That's a good poison. We need to somehow win this matchup. Cycling poisons, or maybe at some point getting graveyard damage. But now with the King Tower activation, it's gonna be extremely difficult for us to get the damage. Okay, he does go with a Magic Archer. Nice Magic Archer. Man, this guy actually knows what he's doing. This guy definitely knows what he's doing. He's playing really well with the Magic Archers. With the Tornado right there, activating the King Tower. I feel like he's definitely a really solid player. Okay, let's go like this. Let's go with a Baby Dragon, and we need to get the poison going. Okay, please tell me nice. The Goblin is gonna walk in, and I'm actually gonna go with a Tornado here to pull everything kind of away, just in case he decided to go with an ability. Nice. Can we get something going here with the Baby Dragon? Doesn't really seem like it. Okay, I think our only way of winning this matchup is to like overwhelm him at some point with like Baby Dragons and stuff. But it's definitely not going to be easy. Okay, let's go with his Goblin Stein. I'm actually gonna go, I guess, with a cannon kind of high here to try and pull it away from the Baby Dragon. He does have a potential Magic Archer there. Yeah, he does go with it. Let's go with a Nado here to pull the Magic Archer. Okay, he also goes with his Nado. Let's go with a Baby Dragon here now. And then afterwards, maybe go with a Graveyard. Okay, he does go with his Miner. Let's go with Graveyard. Let's go with Barbell offensively. But man, with the King Tower activation, it's just gonna be so hard for us to break through. Okay, I think we might lose the last match. Man, that is totally on me. Like, this matchup is not even bad. I think this is actually a pretty good matchup for us. Just the fact that we're sleeping in single elixir made this matchup, it might have even looked like a bad matchup. Okay, let's go with Baby Dragon here. He does have the Miner. I think I'm gonna let the Magic Archer be for now. And then afterwards I want to go with a High Knight. If he goes with his Tornado, it would be very aggressive. Okay, he does go with a Tornado. Wait a second. Is this guy trying to throw? I mean, he does have the King Tower activated, so he can definitely be this aggressive. But let's go with a Tornado here. Nice, that's a pretty good Tornado. Let's go with a Poison here as well. Okay. Wait, let's actually just go full offensively. I don't even want to defend the Miner. Okay. Nah, man. Okay, we are getting quite a lot of damage, though. I don't think he has much elixir right now. Baby Dragon is gonna force out the Miner here. And man, if we didn't give him the King Tower activation, this was 100% sure a win. I'm just confident about it. Okay, let's go with a Poison. Let's go with a Tornado here as well. He's probably gonna try and go with a Magic Archer. So let's go with a Barbell here. He does get a Magic Archer plus a Tornado. And yeah, honestly, this guy played it really well. I must give it to him. But that's also totally on me. Because if I didn't give him the King Tower activation, if I didn't, were so unfocused in single elixir, I'm sure that we would have won this match. But anyways, really fun video, really solid start to the global tournament. Honestly, if you guys win, for example, let's say in the first day 5 or 10 matches, you're already off to a pretty good start, because remember, it's a 4-day tournament, guys. So do not play all your lives, especially after losing 1 or 2 matches. Try to always take your break, and then afterwards, maybe same day or maybe even the next day, remain with your tournament. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to smack the like button. If not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.